In the dawn of creation's warm golden light, God shaped Lord Titus from the rich, velvety mud of Underland, infusing him with the divine virtues of love, loyalty, and righteousness. As God's breath danced across Titus's being, he became the radiant guiding light of Underland, destined to lead with wisdom, compassion, and a heart full of hope. This moment marked the beginning of a beautiful journey, one where Titus would illuminate the path for those around him. Yet, in the same divine breath, God acknowledged the need for balance in this emerging world. With a gentle yet firm touch, he separated the dark, whispery essence from within Titus's soul. This malevolent force, now detached from Titus's being, took form as Devil Rexy, a dark entity driven by an insatiable hunger for chaos and control. Unlike a physical form, Rexy existed as a cunning dark influence, seeking a vessel to unleash his malevolent power. In the shadows, an ancient creature stirred, the Serpent, a being of mystery and intrigue in Underland. Rexy's dark spirit sensed an opportunity, and with a whispered promise, he ensnared the Serpent's essence, merging their fates. The Serpent became the embodiment of Rexy's darkness, a symbol of the shadows and temptations that would test Titus's purity, strength, and the bounds of his love. As time unfolded, the subtle but profound effects of this duality began to manifest within Lord Titus. The presence of Devil Rexy, though not physical, was an ever-present force affecting Titus's thoughts and actions. The once clear vision of his divine mission became clouded by uncertainty and doubt, making the internal conflict a vivid and pressing reality. One morning, as Lord Titus and Princess Caramel worked together in their lush garden, an unspoken tension began to cast its shadow over their shared tasks. The bond they once enjoyed effortlessly now felt strained, as though an unseen force was subtly pulling them apart. The air was heavy with unspoken unease, and Princess Caramel sensed a subtle shift in Lord Titus's demeanor, a change that would soon become unmistakable. His eyes, once bright and full of purpose, now seemed distant, shrouded in a troubled haze. She reached out to touch his hand, but he withdrew, his fingers brushing against hers with a fleeting, whispered promise. The gentle gesture, once a comforting familiarity, now felt like a hesitant, unspoken apology. This newfound tension between them lingered, a potent and unsettling force that Caramel couldn't shake off. Caramel, still grappling with the allure of the forbidden tree, sensed a shift in Titus's demeanor. His presence, once a steadfast pillar of support, now seemed weighed down by an indefinable burden. Titus, too, found himself grappling with an internal discord. Moments of inexplicable agitation and troubling thoughts intruded upon his otherwise clear mission. The duality within him, once a philosophical concept, had become a tangible challenge demanding his attention. One afternoon, as Caramel tenderly nurtured a grove of flowering trees, Titus approached her, his expression marked by deep concern. His eyes, once bright and full of purpose, now seemed to hold a hint of vulnerability, shaded by the faintest hint of despair. "Caramel," he said softly, his voice barely above a whisper. "I've been experiencing a strange, unsettling shift within myself lately. There are moments when I feel a disconnection, as if I'm no longer entirely myself. It's as if a part of me is slipping away, lost in the shadows." He paused, his gaze searching hers. "Have you noticed anything unusual, my love?" Caramel's hands stilled, her fingers hovering above the delicate petals. She looked up, her eyes a mix of apprehension and hope, her voice tinged with a gentle tremble. "I too have felt a shift, Titus. The Serpent's whispered words have troubled me, sowing seeds of doubt in my mind. I've been struggling to reconcile my desire for understanding with our divine command, fearing that I may be succumbing to the very darkness we're meant to vanquish." Titus's face drew closer, his breath whispering against her skin. He took her hand gently, his fingers intertwining with hers in a tender caress. "We must confront these trials together, my love. The path to righteousness is beset with challenges, but we must remain steadfast in our commitment to God's will. Together, we shall face the shadows and emerge stronger, our love and faith illuminating the darkness." As they reaffirmed their shared purpose, Titus and Caramel devised new strategies to cope with their internal and external challenges. They intensified their efforts to understand and follow divine commandments, seeking comfort and strength through fervent prayer and introspective reflection. To fortify their bond, they drew upon their love and mutual trust, relying on each other to navigate the deepening shadows. Meanwhile, Devil Rexy, having taken residence within the ancient serpent, continued his subtle, insidious manipulation. Though not a physical entity, Rexy's presence was a constant, pervasive force, testing the steadfastness of both Titus and Caramel. The serpent's whispers grew more frequent, targeting their deepest insecurities and fears, seeking to exploit their vulnerabilities and undermine their faith. As Titus and Caramel pressed on, the purpose of their trials became increasingly evident. The presence of Devil Rexy, expelled from Titus and now inhabiting the serpent, proved to be a pivotal element of their spiritual odyssey. The inner conflict within Lord Titus, embodied by his battle with the dark spirit, was crucial for his personal growth and enlightenment. The perpetual struggle in Underland between light and darkness, temptation and righteousness, remained the cornerstone of their existence. With each challenge, Titus and Caramel grew in wisdom and resilience, discovering that true strength lay not in being immune to temptation, but in their capacity to overcome it, emerging stronger and more radiant with each triumph. Together, they came to realize that the duality within Lord Titus was not a weakness, but a vital aspect of his journey. By embracing both the light and darkness within himself, he could lead Underland with greater wisdom, empathy, and understanding. Their story became a powerful testament to the enduring power of free will and the quest for balance in a world rich with complexity and nuance. As they continued on their path, Titus and Caramel embraced their roles with renewed purpose and conviction, guided by their unwavering love, unshakable faith, and deep trust in the divine plan that had shaped their existence. Underland, though challenged by the presence of darkness, remained a beacon of hope and a testament to the resilience and strength of the human spirit.